Goeiedag! Good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And those people who follow my channel will know that I've been saying for weeks now that this lockdown is a complete charade because there's no social distancing. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you have a lockdown or not. In the townships, it's just going to go absolutely ballistic. And I predicted by the end of April, this would start becoming self-evident. And in townships like Khayelitsha, this is now starting to do exactly that. And I would like to refer you to a couple of studies. Now, below this video in the description, I'm going to put a link to a German study that's come out just today, talking about how the actual people who go forward for testing when they think they're sick with the virus is a tiny percentage of those people who actually get the coronavirus. So the mortality rate is tiny. It's about equivalent to or less than the flu virus that comes seasonally every year. And this makes a lot of sense because, you know, it is a coronavirus. It's the same type of virus as the flu virus. So why have we gone way over the top with our lockdown that's destroyed South Africa's economy, and now we're still extending it as if this is like the Black Plague or something like that? It's a load of crap. So let me add a bit of meat to the bone when we talk about what's happening in the townships. Now remember, these are people who've reported to testing centers because they feel they got the coronavirus. Not those thousands of people in the townships who are asymptomatic. They show absolutely no signs of having the virus, and they are spreading it to everybody else they meet. This is what I've been talking about for weeks on this channel. Let me add a bit of meat to the bone. Okay, now, Khayelitsha, COVID-19 cases leaped by 21% in a day. 21% in a day. The densely populated Cape Town township of Khayelitsha now has 147 confirmed COVID-19 cases, up 21% in a day, Premier Alan Wine said on Saturday. Now, look, all those people who are asymptomatic, who haven't been tested, they're carrying the virus, they're spreading it around. That is why the death rate with this virus is so overrated. Now, let me just continue with the discussion here about what Alan Wine has to say. Western Cape Premier Alan Wine said there were 147 confirmed cases in Khayelitsha by 5 p.m. on Friday, up from 121 the previous day. This increase means cases in the township have almost doubled in 3 days, a period in which the Western Cape as a whole has seen an increase of 25%. Now, no social distancing, a virus which is similar to the influenza virus, yeah, it's going to spread. But I make the point, and I'm just saying this to hammer this point home, that people who are asymptomatic, who've actually got the virus but have no signs of it, haven't gone forward to testing. They're infecting a whole bunch of other people. So it's going ballistic throughout the township, which is what I suggested. The only thing that has changed from when I first talked about this, and I talked about the catastrophe, is the fact that scientists are now realizing that the actual death rate from the coronavirus is just a mere fraction of what was originally claimed, because so many people who are carriers of the virus have no symptoms. It ain't rocket science. Makes perfect sense. 63 people were in hospital, including 16 in intensive care, and 249 people have recovered. Wines said 1,550 tests had been conducted in the past day based on our active case-finding approach, where we purposely follow the bushfires, the pockets of infections within communities, to ensure that every person who has been infected by COVID-19 is identified as quickly as possible. He welcomed the announcement on Saturday that cloth masks would be compulsory for anyone venturing out during level 4 lockdowns. He said, "I have made this request to the President and I am glad that he has taken up the recommendation. We are also pleased that limited production and the sale of stationery, educational books and personal IT equipment such as computers and cell phones is now allowed, as this will allow for education, learning and home business to continue. Agriculture is a major contributor to the province's economy, so we welcome the further opening up of agricultural exports as well as essential fishing operations and flower grows." Now, I'm sure that those people who watch my videos and starting to understand that this COVID-19 lockdown, maybe I should have used that word in the initial video, this COVID-19 lockdown is a hoax. Now, while this channel has recognized that the death rate from COVID-19 is just a fraction of what was pushed out there by the mainstream media, which resulted in a global lockdown, the governments are maintaining their global lockdowns for a virus which is literally killing as many or fewer people than the influenza virus that comes every year. And yes, I know there are people who read this video who've been impacted directly by a loved one who's died from the COVID-19 virus. I get that. I understand it. I get it. But believe me, most of those people have ailments or they're elderly and they have lung infections already, so they are just, it was going to happen anyway. And with influenza, if they'd got influenza this year, the same thing would have happened. So you're talking about basically a variation of the influenza coronavirus that is causing this huge amount of economic disruption in South Africa. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And if the president of South Africa can't even put a face mask on his face, you know, he should be starting to think about what he's doing to what's left of the economy that the ANC government have completely trashed. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, please stay safe. And don't forget, the links are down below. Bye for now.